Hi, welcome to Maction Planet. I'm Mac, and today we're off to Star Wars Identities. So coming out of the station gates and out of exit A. What forces shape you is the tagline. The exhibition is on until the 13th of January 2020. The boys hard at work here putting this exhibition poster up. The Darth Vader poster has really been the flagship poster for this exhibition, but you can see their C-3PO. Here's Darth, and then around here Yoda. I still don't understand why there isn't Jabba the Hutt poster and he's not front and center of the promotion for this exhibition. So this way. When has Darth Vader ever steered anybody wrong? And straight in. And of course, it's all about the merch. And today is the 26th of November 2019, and already a lot of merch is unavailable. ANA have done a lot of tie-ups with Star Wars. Remember, they started off with their R2-D2 plane. They have a BB-8 plane and a C-3PO plane now. And you can also get your Star Wars ANA collaboration credit card. The gold standard, the ANA card 0, and then this premium card with Darth Vader on it. A lot of promotion even for things on the other side of the world. This here's a poster for Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland in California and Walt Disney World in Florida. What do you get the Star Wars fan who has everything? Perhaps a Star Wars watch. This is a collaboration with Citizen. On the left, if only you knew the power of the dark side, with a Darth Vader on the back, and then the one on the right has the Star Wars logo on the back with the phrase "May the Force be with you" below it. This is a drinks corner, and look at the lineup of posters here. C-3PO, Boba Fett, Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, Yoda, Padme and Darth Maul, and no Jabba. Disgrace. Here's the refreshments menu. Normally you expect to see more kind of collaboration, food and drinks, but that's not the case this time round. Love this Star Wars Christmas tree here. Check out all of the decorations. You've got Darth and R2. A little Yoda bauble here. BB-8. More R2 love. And who doesn't want a Stormtrooper hanging from their Christmas tree? This here is the ticket booth. There's also a Tokyo Metro collaboration stamp rally for this exhibition. You can get your stamps at Kyobashi, Ueno, Yurakucho, Roppongi, Shinjuku Sanchome, Toyosu and Takodana Baba stations. We're currently on the second floor and we have to head up to the 5th floor to begin the exhibition through this elevator here. Out of the elevator, this is what greets you. The wristband is key to visiting Star Wars Identities, and we've just checked that they work through here. That in the middle was me or you, the newest Star Wars character. And just like in the real world, there are not two characters with the same identity. So we've just been given our instructions: complete 10 activities to unlock the hero within. Let the adventure begin. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to choose your species. Nautolan, Wookiee, Mon Calamari, Zabrak, Trandoshan, Keldor, Ewok, very tempting. Human, hardly seems much point in choosing that. Twi'lek, Rodian, Gungan, Nemoidian, Kaminoan, Bith, or Togruta. I've settled on Wookiee, so that means I have to get my wristband and lined it up here, and the job has been done. In Luke's world, humans share these physical and psychological traits with other species, making it difficult to identify what makes humans human. This section here is about cloning in Star Wars, and of course we have Boba Fett. In fact, that's the original costume, and you couldn't have a conversation about cloning without talking about stormtroopers. Insert cliche here, these are the droids we are looking for. These here are costumes actually worn by Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker. And this R2 unit, so there are different types. There were some that could be remote controlled, and some which actually could be controlled from the inside by Baker. And this is one of those. So an exhibit highlighting the huge diversity within the Star Wars universe. Here's a Triffian, Ebba E. Endicott. We've got Odi Mandrill on the left and Teemto Pageles on the right. This here is the Zamster, Never Key. Jar Jar was the first character developed for the Phantom Menace, partly driven by C-3PO's smaller role in the film. His screwball personality was a driving force in character development, which took about 1.5 years. Here are some conceptual models for Jar Jar. As you can see on the left, very, very different design to what ultimately ended up. Who knows how fans would have received these designs had they come to fruition. So here's stage 2 of the Identities Exhibition. What were we born with? So we've got to scan a wristband to start. We have to design our genetic makeup. What gender am I? Male. What colour is my fur? Ooh. Let's go with this. Yeah, let's go with that. What kind of natural abilities do I have? Let's see, what are the options? Intellectual, motor control, muscular, perceptual, social, creative. Well, guests often do comment on my memory. I'm very humbled by, so we're going to go with that. The Force is what gives the Jedi his power. How strong is the Force with you? Non-existent. Low, medium, strong, very strong. Let's go with very strong. All right, we continue. I think this is one of the reasons why Star Wars is so popular amongst people of my generation. Seeing things for the very first time, straight from our imagination to the big screen. This is one of the few surviving artifacts. This is one of the few surviving artifacts from the cantina scene. This is Ponda Baba, and this is a mask actually worn by Tommy Isley, who played that role. And he tried to attack Luke Skywalker in the cantina, and he lost his arm to Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber in the process. So now in section 3, we're looking at our parenting. This exhibition is asking some very personal questions, including for you to define the parenting style in which you were raised on a 2-axis system, from least to most demanding and from least to most responsible. I like this comment at the end here, talking about Luke and Leia and their father. Hey, they can't say he never gave them anything. This is the pod racer Dudbolt. And this is Sebulba. He was the favourite to win the Bunta Eve Classic. But remember, he crashed just before the finish line, allowing Anakin Skywalker to win. So section 4 is asking, what planet are you from? And talking in general about culture, shared traditions and values with the people around us. So we've got to select the elements of the culture in which you grew up. Name is Mac. I think that's a good name for a Wookiee. And where did we grow up? Naboo. I'm a big city person, so I think I grew up here. Naboo. I don't think we would have served in any army. I think working as landscapers at the planet's many cultural heritage sites. And the tradition on holiday was to wander through the art galleries in the city of Theed. This computer has pinned me with great success. Oh my word, I did not expect this. A whole section about Jabba. These eyes are some of the last remaining pieces of the original Jabba puppet made for Return of the Jedi. This model of a younger, slimmer Jabba was made to help animators visualize what he looked like as he presided over the pod race. You are looking here at one of John Mollo's original sketches for Jabba the Hutt. He's there on the left, and next to him is the cyborg Montrose, who would also later be eliminated. So they couldn't quite get Jabba to meet George Lucas's vision in the first 2 films, and he finally made his appearance in Return of the Jedi. These are parts of the original costume worn by Carrie Fisher as slave Leia in Return of the Jedi. Here's Han Solo in carbonite. So Harrison Ford provided the face and the hands, and the rest of the body was provided, as the exhibit description says, by an anonymous donor. Section 5 is about mentors. And here's a word in common use now, influencers. This is the challenge here in section 5. We've got to follow this flowchart down from the top. What kind of abilities do you want to develop? All the way down to character. So this is an interesting question. What kind of abilities do you want to develop? Well, we have the physical, spiritual, and intellectual here. I'm definitely a pre-planner. And so my choices are Darth Sidious, who thinks that good and evil are only points of view, and Padme, who suggests that we should stick to our principles and will have no regrets. And that sounds very much like something I would say. So here's the big guy. Well, you know, big in influence and presence. Here we have some production paintings from Empire Strikes Back. Great to see some love here for the Clone Wars film, the only animated film to be added to the Star Wars cinematic canon. Kind of sets a few things straight between episodes 2 and 3. This is a character study for Yoda for the Clone Wars animated film, and there are references here to the Empire Strikes Back and the animated Yoda of the prequel trilogy, which show the attention to detail and the desire for character continuity. So to do this challenge, you have to find a friend and place your hands on the table at the same time to seal your friendship. Okay, so this is me and my new friend Katsumi, and we are putting our things down at the same time. Nice. Never actually knew this, but Yoda was originally referred to as Minch. Also had no idea that they considered using a monkey in a costume as Yoda. Some good life advice here as well. If you want to become a rebel, good to have some strength in numbers. A fantastic exhibit here with a lot of different ships on display. Highlighting a section of the Star Destroyer here. This is the model from Empire Strikes Back. Look at the detail on this. Some big love for the Millennium Falcon. This here is some concept art by Joe Johnston for A New Hope. Also by Joe Johnston, here is the cockpit interior. And the gunport section. Very interesting. This is a model of the Millennium Falcon from Empire Strikes Back, and it's exactly half the size of the model from A New Hope, which was too big for the acrobatic stunts of the Falcon that was required for Empire. The main man, Chewbacca. Here's some early concept art of Chewbacca wearing a tunic. And more storyboarding by Joe Johnston, here very clearly showing the relationship between Han Solo and Chewbacca. Even as the design for the Wookiee developed, the fact that he was going to be a very loyal co-pilot for Han Solo was integral to the character development. Here are some great costumes. This is the Rebel pilot costume worn by Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. He pilots an X-Wing under the call sign Red 5. So we're hitting section 7 now, events, how life leaves its mark. Which experiences have marked you? Well, we're going to find out as once again we're going to scan our wristband. Yikes, Mac, you've just been captured by an enormous crime lord and now find yourself chained to his belly. What do you do? Well, this is complicated because it is Jabba, Use the very chains that confine you to throttle the crime lord to death and escape. You become the boss's favourite slave, and he rewards you with an improvement in your workplace standards. You retreat inside your head and survive on your rich imagination, living as a slave to a ripe old age. Well, like I said, because it's Jabba, I think I'd be working hard to become his favourite. Success, they say. I'm not sure about that. Who do we become? Choices. More life advice? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Section 8 is about your job, your occupation, and what you do. I hope tour guide is one of the options. So the options are senator, farmer, fighter pilot, musician, Jedi Knight, merchant, and bounty hunter. What would I be? I think I would be a Jedi Knight. Anakin, high on neuroticism, low on agreeableness. We're on to section 9 here, an interesting chat about personalities. Let's see what this machine has to say about my personality. Okay, I'm going to define my personality. Hi Mac, the following statements describe how you see yourself. You're conservative, learning new things doesn't interest you. You're inquisitive, you love to learn new things. I mean, absolutely 100%. That is very much like me. You love being around other people and engaging in conversation. That is indeed very much like me. You pick fights and get into arguments easily. I would put myself there. You pay close attention to detail, you like things done properly. You don't worry about details so long as things get done. I think there is a compromise, but I do tend to be more here, I think. You're relaxed and easygoing, you don't sweat the small stuff. You get upset easily, any little thing can worry you. Probably in the middle. We'll move it slightly here. More big picture, I think. Number 5. You enjoy thinking and playing with ideas, you love working with your hands. Easy decision, that one. You're not very active, you'd prefer to say low-key. You're full of energy and ready to take on the world. You think of others before thinking of yourself. You put your needs before those of others. I think I would, in all honesty, be somewhere here. You're spontaneous, you don't waste time thinking, you just act. You plan ahead, you think before you act. Maybe here. And the final question. You get overwhelmed easy, you're moody and temperamental, you're even-tempered, you're not easily bothered or upset. Maybe here. Okay, so computer has defined my personality according to these characteristics. You're a very curious person and you actively seek out new experiences. You're always full of energy and feel at home in a crowd. You avoid conflict and love taking care of other people. You prefer to make plans and keep things organised. You're a generally relaxed and cheerful person. It's now saved my personality, or thank goodness for that. And we continue. As earlier on in the exhibition I discovered Padme was my mentor, then I should show some love to her here. And the final section here, values. What's important to you? So you have to decide which value is the most important to you from this list here. And I think that excellence deserves recognition and respect. A great series here of original costumes worn by actors who have played the Jedi. And right at the end of the exhibition, we come face to face with Darth Vader. This here is Vader unmasked from Return of the Jedi. Some early Vader sketches here. His helmet looks a bit like a fisherman's hat. The Emperor, the Sith Lord Darth Sidious. This mural depicts a scene of epic battle between the Jedi and the Sith, and when Palpatine revealed his true identity as the Sith Lord and seduced Anakin towards the dark side, the two of them are standing in front of this mural in Palpatine's antechamber in Revenge of the Sith. This is the final step of the journey. Do we join the Emperor or reject his offer? All you have to do is choose. I think... thanks, but no thanks. There's a chance at the end of the exhibition to make your hero a part of Star Wars history. The obligatory merch in the shop at the end, and they've already sold out, of Darth Vader and Darth Maul posters. Some t-shirts, tote bags, jigsaw puzzles, books, figures, some higher end merch too. Here, for example, check out these sunglasses, which come in at about 18,000 yen each. That's a wrap for our coverage of Star Wars Identities in Tokyo. Absolutely fantastic exhibition. You should really attend if you're in the world's greatest metropolis. Until next time, we continue.